Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Goodness, guys, this week so far, I know it is the middle of the week, even though the week is not over yet. I've got so much stuff done, honestly, this week. I'm pretty proud of myself. Like, not even just like, oh, I got like big things and like a ton of stuff done. I've just done a really good job at like at least sticking to the little things every week, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, so far this week, the 3 days, I guess, so far this week, but I've edited and uploaded every day. I have got dishes and laundry done, I think, every day. Today my plan was to wash my bedding. My bedding is all nice and clean. I know you can't really tell all that much, especially when there's a little dog on here. But yeah, you might not be able to tell that much, but I did wash all my bedding today. And I also ended up getting I made dinner for tonight. I also ended up getting most of my grocery list done. I also worked on Jewel for today as well. I just didn't type everything out. I went over like the coupon deals pretty much and stuff like that, but I didn't end up like finishing it or anything. I again have to probably finish it tomorrow, but we're not going to the grocery stores tomorrow. We're most likely going to go on Friday, at least to Meijer, because my dad asked. So today he was like, oh, do you want to go today? He asked, I guess, though, on his way home from work. Like, it was already like 2 o'clock or something like that, and he was like, do you want to go today, or we could go tomorrow? But tomorrow he has football. They have like lifting, and my dad goes to that on Thursdays. Jack normally goes on Tuesdays, like he went yesterday. My dad's going tomorrow, and so normally when we went to Meijer on Thursday, we go after football, so it's like 4:30 or later that we normally end up leaving, instead of like the 3 o'clock when my dad normally first gets home from work. And then today, though, he wasn't gonna be able to go because he ended up going to the high school for football anyway, because one of the kids was doing like a signing like for like college. So he was there for that. I know there was at least 2 kids for sure that was going. One was our running back from last year. He ended up signing today. And then there's another one that my dad went to it, and he found out it was not on the right day, but it was one of his linemen, and like my dad coaches the offensive line, so that's why he was like, I'm gonna make sure that I'm there for that. And then also too for the running back that again, he was doing that, like his signing was today, but I think the lineman, his is like in March now or something like that. But originally it was supposed to be like, you know, like that 1 week, but then they ended up changing it or something. I don't know. Anyways, though, he still has that to go to at some point, but today he went there. So he was like, it's probably going to be like the same thing. Like, I'm going to be home at like 4 o'clock, maybe 4:30, you know, again, who knows exactly how long it was going to be, but, you know, he was like, we can go after that. And I was like, okay, well, I can finish my grocery list like now, you know, and try and get it done before, you know, like we end up going. But I wasn't, like, he didn't say anything ahead of time, so I wasn't really sure. But yeah, so it turns out that we probably could have still gone today, but the goal is to go on Friday because my dad's actually going to be home from work on Friday. So we might go there and like do Jewel and stuff like that. We might just do Meijer, and my dad said he might still maybe try and stop though, like either he'll go after work maybe tomorrow, or he might go on, you know, like Friday earlier in the day or something like that. And then go to like Tony's and Caputo. So like I said, I don't know exactly when all I will have this stuff for you guys, but Friday most likely for sure, at least something. But getting back to the you know, again, sticking to my planner, I guess, and stuff like that. I set my planner up for this week. I think I told you guys that, but was also sticking to the meal plan also that I kind of set out. Today I ended up making, which again I had planned out ahead of time, but I ended up making a like a different recipe that I have not tried yet. I didn't actually eat it. It had meat in it. It was chicken, like, so it was for everybody else, but it was something that I haven't made before. And so like, not that like it was like, oh, something really like fancy or anything like that. I've been sticking a lot to kind of just the same recipes, the ones that I know, and I think I told you guys this too before, but like that has kind of been like, you know, again, I've just been very much like whatever, you know, like is like not easy stuff, but like, you know, oh, we'll get a bag of meatballs. Okay, I'll do meatball sandwiches, and then like we'll have enough leftover meatballs that I'll do like meatballs, like, you know, spaghetti meatballs like a different night or something like that. Just kind of easier stuff, but also stuff that like I don't have to think that much about, you know. It's just stuff that I'm like, okay, it's just throw the meatballs in the crock pot and, you know, get a jar of, you know, pasta sauce, you know, kind of thing. And it's not something that I've had to like really think about too much. And this week though, I planned more of those meals. I don't want to say meals I have to think about, but you know what I mean, just like not like super simple, easy-ish meals. They were ones that were a little bit more difficult, or a little bit more, again, more complex than that, you know, but still not really that difficult. And tomorrow I was gonna do like sausage and like potatoes, kind of like sausage and peppers, but I don't have peppers, and I was just gonna do sausage and potatoes. I have this potato recipe that I normally do. It's just like, I call them like breakfast potatoes. It's kind of like potatoes O'Brien, but like I don't like, it's just really simple. Honestly, normally I don't even add anything. I just add pickles. I normally just add potatoes. I normally just add salt and oil and like bake it, and that's literally it. I normally don't add any other type of seasonings, and I don't add, like, I sometimes have added onions, but I don't really like it. So tomorrow I'm just gonna kind of make that and also add the sausage to it as well, and just call it a meal kind of thing, which isn't, again, that difficult, but I don't think I've ever really made that before. And like I said, you can do it like a sheet pan where you do like the potatoes and like the sausage and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, and it's kind of what I'm going to do, but I'm just gonna do it like the way I know how to make the potatoes, and then also just make it with the sausage and add it in there, so it's like a full meal kind of thing. But I have added peppers to it in the past, like the potatoes, so it's like that pretty much again too, but it's just with the sausage instead, and I don't have peppers. So that was kind of my bad, not planning to make sure that I had that. But it's, again too, it's not a recipe that I've ever really done before, and so like I'm doing 2 or 3 recipes I think this week of stuff that like I haven't, or like I said, more outside the box thinking kind of stuff, instead of just very simple things like we've been doing pizzas and stuff like that, you know. So I'm, like I said, I'm trying to think outside the box a little bit more. That is one thing that I've been doing and been sticking to a lot this week as well, you know, on my planner also, in my meal plans and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to take a shower and get to bed. I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see y'all very sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.